So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Creatrix channel. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared engineering services examination 2 times from electronics and telecommunication branch, both times in double digit rank. In 2014 my rank was 98 and in 2015 my rank was 25th. I have served as a Group A Gastro Officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. So most of you must have been following me on the Creatrix channel for electromagnetic field theory. So if you are a seeker of a free education, this is the channel for you, and you must understand that all these free initiatives is coming your way because of the Unacademy. So Unacademy is the revolution in the field of the free education and the affordable education. So how can you access those free courses? So if you want to access the free courses, you must immediately subscribe this channel, Creatrix channel, because all the top educators of the country is providing the free course on this channel. And that free course is absolutely brilliant in content, that is systematic, that is organized, and that is complete. So complete playlist you will be getting of a particular subject. You can develop the concept, you can gain confidence. More than that, you can love the subject. So immediately subscribe this channel. Secondly, if you want to access more free content, then you must immediately download the Unacademy Learners app, because on the Unacademy Learners app, top educators of the country are conducting the free special classes. In that free special classes, you can get topic wise clarity of a particular concept. And do not forget to follow me on the Unacademy Learning app. So you can also access the courses. So you must have two things. First is your YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, Creatrix YouTube channel, must be subscribed. Secondly, you must understand that you should have the Unacademy Learning app. That is must for you in order to crack the examination. So these are the parts of the free education. And if you want to organize your content well, if you want more comprehensive manner, if you want other advantages of the Unacademy, then what are the other initiatives that is running by the Unacademy? So another initiative that is running by the Unacademy is Unacademy Plus. So on the Unacademy Plus, this is very affordable for those who actually want to take their preparation to the next level. So आपको Unacademy Plus में क्या क्या मिलेगा? You will be getting the live classes on a fixed time, so that you can get more disciplined, you can get more organized, and you have something in your mind that at this particular time my classes are going to run. Apart from that, you will get free test series designed by the educator itself. So gone those times when we have lot of errors in the test series, we do not have the discussions of the test series. So there the test series will be conducted by the educators. They themselves will be discussing the solutions of that particular thing. So you can imagine that your preparation is going to the next level for this. Apart from that, those who have prepared themselves for the examination, so for them there are crash courses also available. Again the crash courses will going to help you in achieve good ranks. Those who have already achieved good ranks and want to improve their rank, for them there are rank improvement batches. More than that, you can also see that there are unlimited practice sessions. So what do you understand by unlimited practice session? Which means there will be various doubt solving sessions. Apart from the doubt solving sessions, there are weekly quizzes, and with the help of those weekly quizzes you can enhance your problem solving skills. So lot of unlimited doubt solving sessions, lot of quiz sessions, systematic content, structured content. You can download the PDF after the lectures, so you don't have to waste your time in order to making notes. You can utilize those times to practice the particular concepts, or you can use those times to just write down the formulas so that you can remember those formulas quickly. Apart from this plus subscription, there is also one subscription which is known as Iconic. So Iconic subscriptions are for them who actually do not have the self motivation but having the talent. So if they are having the talent and you do not have the self motivation, that how can I push myself to crack the examination, so in this Iconic subscription you will be assigned a personal coach. So this personal coach is going to be with you every time, and he will help you to achieve your dreams. You will get a study planner which will be customized for you. You will get the expert guidelines who have already topped the examination. They will be basically hand holding you to crack the examination. So if you think you are not self motivated, if you think you do not have the proper background to crack any particular competitive examination, so this Iconic subscription is must for you. This is going to help you. So if you want the free education, then YouTube channel and the special classes are must for you. And if you can afford a little bit, how much you should afford, that we'll discuss in a while. But if you can afford a little bit, you should come on to this Unacademy Plus. And more than that, if you want the expedited process in your preparation, आप जल्दी से एग्जाम निकालना चाहते हैं, जल्दी से अपनी गलतियां सुधारना चाहते हैं, so this Iconic subscription is for you. Then now let us start today's lecture, which is on the communication system. So now let us start the lecture.
Hello friends, so in the last lecture we studied about Fourier series. Now in this lecture we will study very important operation, that is operations on the dependent variable. So basically what we have to do, if a term is written as x of t equal to sine t, then we know how the graph of this x of t versus t will be made. So I am making this graph only for positive values of time. So the graph will turn out to be something like this. This value is 1, this value is -1, and this value is 0. Similarly, if we need to draw the graph of cos t, then the graph of cos t will be something like this, value at 1 and -1. Now what do we understand by operations on dependent variable? Suppose we know that x of t versus t is given and we need to plot ax of t versus t. So what we will do, we will multiply amplitude axis by a. So if we need to draw the diagram of x of t equal to 2 sine t, so we know that graph of sine t was already with us. This was the graph of sine t versus t. This value was 1, this value was -1. So now if I need to draw the graph of 2 sine t versus t, so I just have to multiply the amplitude values with 2. So this value will become 2, 0 multiplied by 2 becomes 0, and this value will become -2. So in this manner we can draw the graph of 2 sine t. Now if we need to draw the graph of a signal 1 plus sine t, so we know that to draw the graph of 1 plus sine t, we will add 1 to all values of amplitude. So this was the graph of sine t. This value is 1, this is 0, this is -1. So to draw the graph of 1 plus sine t, what I will do, I will add 1 to all these amplitude values. So this -1, when I will add 1 to it, it will become 0. When I will add 1 to this 0, it will become 1. And when I will add this 1 to this 1, it will become 2. So in this case, my graph will start from 1 and it will reach to 2, and the value which was -1 earlier will now come to the 0. So I can say that my graph has shifted 1 unit upwards. Now someone may ask to draw the graph of -1 plus sine t. So in this case also, the graph of sine t is known. This is the graph of sine t. This peak value is 1, 0, and this is -1. So what we need to draw? We need to draw the graph of -1 plus sine t. Basically, we have to subtract -1 to all these values. So this becomes 0, this becomes -1, and this becomes -2. So the graph which was starting from 0 will now start from -1, and in upward direction it will touch the value 0, and here it will be -1, or I can say that I have shifted my graph -1 unit downwards. Now we basically need to understand how to plot the graph of a signal when that signal is multiplied with a sinusoidal signal. For example, we need to draw the graph of a cos sorry draw the graph of a of t multiplied with cos omega naught t. So we will follow the following 4 steps. In step 1, we will draw a of t in dotted form. Sometimes dotted form is also known as reference form. In step 2, we will take mirror image of AT with respect to horizontal axis. In step 3, calculate the value of xt at equal to 0, and step 4, we will draw the sinusoidal shape in between the boundaries of AT. So now let us have an example. Suppose we need to plot the graph of a cos omega naught t. So this signal is acting as a of t, and this is our sinusoidal signal. So what I will do, first of all, I will draw AT in dotted form. So the value of AT is A, so I will draw it in dotted form. So this is A. In step 2, it has said that you have to take the mirror image of AT. So I have taken the mirror image of AT, it becomes minus A. In third step, you have to calculate value at t equal to 0. So it becomes A cos 0 or A. This means the starting point of the graph will be this A, and in between we have to just draw the sinusoidal shape. Now here I am defining a term as envelope. So what is envelope of xt? Envelope of xt means graph obtained by tracing positive peaks of xt. So here, if I will trace the positive peaks of xt, so this will be the graph of all the positive peaks. So if I want the envelope of this signal, so the envelope I am denoting as E of t, and this will be the envelope of this signal. Now you can observe that this A of t, which is A, it is always greater than 0. From here you can observe. So whenever A of t is always greater than 0, in all that cases your envelope will always be equal to AT, which is A in this case. So this observation is very important. Next example you can understand. I'm taking a signal x of t equal to t cos t. We have to draw its graph. So first of all, I will break this graph into two parts. This one is our a of t and this is your cos t. So again I will follow these three basic steps. First is we will draw this AT in dotted form. So I will always draw the graph for positive time. So I'm drawing this AT in dotted form. So this will be the graph of AT, which is nothing but t. In the second step, I will take its mirror image. So I'm taking its mirror image. This is our A of t and this is the mirror image of A of t with respect to horizontal axis. Now I need to calculate value at t equal to 0. So it becomes 0 cos 0 or it becomes 0. Now our graph will start from exactly t equal to 0 and in between we have to draw the sinusoidal shape by following the boundaries of AT and its mirror image. So this is the graph of x of t. Again we need to extract its envelope. So we know that envelope is tracing of positive peaks. So I'm tracing the positive peaks. I have traced all the positive peaks and you can clearly see that the envelope E of t comes out to be A of t. So from here you can also observe for t greater than 0, A of t equal to t is always greater than 0 and I've already stated whenever A of t is always greater than 0 then envelope is bound to be A of t. Next example is a very much interesting example. So you can see I am taking a signal m of t which is given here plus 1 minus 1 and you have to draw the graph of 3 plus mt cos omega ct. So first of all I will break this given signal into two parts. This is our A of t and this is cos omega ct. And if you observe closely, A of t is not mt, rather it is 3 plus mt. So how will we draw the graph of 3 plus mt? We will shift this graph 3 unit upwards or we will add 3 to all the values of amplitude. So this value will reach to 2, this reaches to 3 and this value reaches to 4. So let me draw the graph of AT. So the graph of AT now will start from 3 and maximum value it can have 4 and the minimum value will be 2. So this is the graph of AT. Now we have to draw the graph of x of t equal to AT cos omega ct. Now again we will follow those 4 steps. So the first step is you need to draw the AT in dotted form. So we have already drawn the graph of A of t. It will start from 3 and the maximum value will be 4 and the minimum value is 2. So this we need to draw in the reference form. So let me make it a little bit dotted. Now we have to take its mirror image. So whenever I will take its mirror image, the mirror image will look like this. So again this value will be minus 3, this value becomes minus 2 and this value becomes minus 4. Now we need to calculate the value at t equal to 0. So it becomes x of 0 equal to A of 0 cos 0. So let me calculate value of a of 0. This is your a of t, which is 3 plus mt. Now I will calculate a of 0. It will become 3 plus m of 0. We know that m of 0 is nothing but 0, so a of 0 comes out to be 3. Now this will be 3 into 1 or 3. So our graph will start exactly from 3, and in between the boundaries formed by AT and its mirror image, we need to draw the sinusoidal shape. So I'm drawing this sinusoidal shape. So this is the graph of x of t. Again, in the next step, let me draw the envelope. So envelope is nothing but trace of positive peaks. So first of all, let me indicate the positive peaks. These are the positive peaks, and we have to take its trace. So this is the trace of positive peaks, and the trace of positive peaks comes out to be ET, and the graph of ET is something like this. It is having maximum value as 4, this is 3, and minimum value as 2. And if you observe closely, this is the graph of A of t, this is the graph of E of t. Again, in this case also, we have observed that this A of t is always greater than 0. So when A of t is always greater than 0, the envelope is bound to be A of t or 3 plus mt. Now let me take another example. We have to draw the graph of 1 plus mt cos omega ct. Now in this case, the graph of mt I'm assuming is having excursions from plus 2 to minus 2. So I will break the given graph 1 plus mt cos omega ct into two parts. This is A of t, this is cos omega ct. So again, what I will do, I will plot A of t in dotted form, then take its mirror image and follow the given steps. Now let me draw the A of t graph. So in case of A of t is nothing but 1 plus mt, which means we have to add 1 all the amplitude values. So this will become 3, this will become 1, and this will become minus 1. So the graph will start from 1 and it will have peak value as 3 and this value as minus 1. So from here you can observe that now A of t is not always 0. Rather, in this complete section, A of t is less than 0. So in this particular problem, A of t is not always greater than 0. So now let me make the graph of x of t equal to at cos omega ct. So what I will do, first of all, I will draw A of t in dotted form. So this will be the graph of your x of t versus t. I will draw A of t in dotted form. It will start from 1, attain the peak value as 2, and similarly this will be the graph of at. This is 1, this value is 3, and this value is minus 1. Now I need to take the mirror image of A of t. So the mirror image will be something like this. This will be the mirror image of A of t. Now we need to calculate value at t equal to 0. So it becomes x of 0 equal to a of 0 cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So we need to calculate a of 0. We know that a of t is 1 plus mt. So a of 0 will become 1 plus m of 0, and from here you can observe that at t equal to 0 value of mt is 0, so a of 0 becomes 1. So the graph will start exactly at 1. Now we will draw the sinusoidal shape in between. This is the sinusoidal shape. Here the graph is crossing between two, so we will make 180 degree phase shift here. Here again also the mirror images are crossing, so where the mirror images are crossing we need to indicate that it is 180 degree phase shift points or 180 degree crossover points. So this will be the graph of x of t. Now let me draw the envelope of this particular signal. So to draw the envelope, I need to trace the positive peaks. So first of all, let me indicate the positive peaks. These are the positive peaks. This is the positive peak. 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 So let me trace all the positive peaks. So this is the tracing of positive peaks. So now let me draw the envelope. The envelope starts exactly from 1. It attains the peak value of 3. Again it comes to the time axis. Now again it attains the value of 1. Again it comes to the time axis, and the graph becomes something like this. Now let me compare the graph of ET and AT. The graph of A of t was 1 plus mt, and the graph started from 1, attained the peak value of 3, came downward and attained the downward value of -1. So this was the graph of A of t. Now let me make another graph of magnitude of AT. We know that whenever magnitude of any graph is taken, the the negative portions becomes positive, or the reflection about horizontal axis we need to take. So this will be the graph of mod of A of t. So this will also start from 1, and till this point the graph will be same because both AT and mod of AT will be positive. But after this point, this negative portion will be reflected upwards and the positive portion remains as it is. Now again since this value was -1, so the graph will touch +1 when we will take the mirror image. So this value is 1, this value is 3, and here the value was -1, and after taking the mirror image the value will become +1. That is why I have taken the graph of this. Now observe the graph of magnitude of AT and the envelope. Envelope is also having the peak value of 3, and it is also having the value of 1 here. So let me again draw the graph of envelope. So this was the graph of envelope. In case of envelope also, it was starting from 1, taking the peak value as 3, again making an excursion till 1 and something like this. So from here you can observe that this a of t is not always greater than 0, rather in this section it is completely negative. So whenever a of t is not always greater than 0, the envelope is not equal to at, because the graph of at you can see directly here. This is the graph of at. But what I can say that whenever a of t is not always greater than 0, the graph of e of t is not equal to a of t, but you can definitely say that e of t will always be equal to mod of at. So this is very important observation, and this observation will carry forward when we will study the modulation techniques. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is that whenever any graph is given in this form, so whenever a of t is completely greater than 0, the envelope of s of t, which I am denoting as e of t, will always be equal to a of t. Whenever a of t is not completely greater than 0, or in some sections it is less than 0, in all those cases envelope of s of t will not be equal to a of t, which I am denoting as e of t. It is not equal to a of t, but the envelope will always be equal to magnitude of et. Or in general you can remember that whenever any signal s of t equal to a of t cos omega ct is written, the value of envelope will always be greater than magnitude of at. Whenever at is always greater than 0, so mod at will itself become a of t, and this envelope will become a of t. Whenever a of t is not always greater than 0, mod of at will not become a of t, and in this particular case e of t will become mod of at. So this is very important observation which you should remember onwards. Now let us discuss about general communication system. So in general communication system, I'm not talking about this electronic communication system, but rather a general communication system in which there is a transmitter, a receiver. Transmitter transmits some message, and this message is traveling through any medium and it is reached to the receiver. So this medium through which the message is being propagated or message is being traveled, this medium we will denote as channel. So let me draw it into a block diagram manner. This is the transmitter, this is the symbol of channel, and this is the receiver. So this is a very basic type of communication system. This transmitter generates the message, and this message propagates through channel to the receiver. Now practically channels are of two types. One is wired channel and another one is wireless channel. So first of all, let us understand what is a channel. So channel is a physical medium through which information transmitted by transmitter propagates or travels towards the receiver. So channels are of two types. One is wired channel. Wired channel means cables. The cable which is present between transmitter and a receiver. So cables are of various types. One you can observe is coaxial cable. Another you can say that twisted pair cable or the optical fibers. Any set of wire or cable which is connected between transmitter and receiver is known as optical fiber. This you can observe in the landline telephone. In landline telephones, one telephone is connected by the wire to the other landline telephone. In landline telephone, transmitter transmits this information and this information propagates through this cable or wire and the information reaches to the receiver. Second type of channel is wireless channel. A wireless channel means we will have a transmitter and the receiver, and in between no physical medium, or basically no wires or cables should be present. So what is the medium between transmitter and receiver? The medium or the channel between transmitter and receiver is free space. So the information travels in the free space and reaches from transmitter to receiver. So one very popular example you can understand is mobile phone. When two mobile interacts, the user or the transmitter which is present here transmits the signal in free space and this information travels through free space to the user 2 or the receiver. So we have understood basic terms regarding wire channel and wireless channel. Now what we need to say that all the practical channels have finite bandwidth. Now this is, suppose this is your signal or message m of t and this needs to be transmitted through the coaxial cable or the optical fiber, and this message needs to be propagated through this channel or this wire or this cable, and ultimately this message has to receive at the receiver. Now we know that all the channels, whether it is coaxial cable or optical fiber, all has practical bandwidth. So I'm choosing this channel to be optical fiber. We know that the bandwidth of optical fiber is in gigahertz. So this channel has bandwidths of gigahertz. So for example, suppose this channel has bandwidth of 5 gigahertz. Now if the message signal which I am transmitting here has bandwidth of 100 gigahertz, so tell me Can this message signal be faithfully transmitted and propagated by this channel? Obviously not, because this message signal is having 100 gigahertz of bandwidth and the capacity of this channel is 5 gigahertz. This means it can transmit only 5 gigahertz of information in frequency domain. So this 100 gigahertz information can never be transmitted through a practical channel. So what is the basic criteria by using which a message signal can always be faithfully transmitted and received by using a practical channel? So we can say that for faithful transmission and reception of message signal, for faithful transmission and reception of message signal through any practical channel, the channel bandwidth should always be greater than or at max equal to the signal bandwidth. So this information is very important, and this you should remember onwards, that for transmission of any message signal, the channel bandwidth or the channel capacity should always be greater than the signal bandwidth or the data rate. Now the question arises, what happens if a signal which is to be transmitted or the message signal or the information, whatever you may call it, has infinite bandwidth? So what happens in this case? Suppose we have a signal in time domain m of t minus t by 2 to t by 2 a, and this width is t. So now if I need to calculate its bandwidth, obviously we cannot calculate it by time domain, so we will take its Fourier transform. Until now we will be very well remembering this type of signals, that how to write the Fourier transform of such type of signals. We have calculated its width. We know that if the signal is rectangular in time domain, it will always be sync in frequency domain, and the zero crossover frequencies will be multiple of 1 by width. So the peak value will be 80. This is 1 by t. This zero crossover frequency is 2 by t. This zero crossover frequency is 3 by t. Similarly, this is minus 1 by t. This is minus 2 by t. This is minus 3 by t, and so on. So what is the bandwidth of MT in this case? The bandwidth of MT is highest positive frequency in m of f, that is infinite, minus lowest positive frequency, which is 0. So the bandwidth of this type of signals are infinite, and we know that this main lobe contains around 90 to 95% of total energy of MT. So this is the property of sync signal. So this is your signal m of t versus t, minus t by 2, t by 2, this is your value E, and it is being transmitted through a practical channel, and a practical channel will always have a finite bandwidth. So now tell me, can you transmit this signal through a practical channel? This signal cannot be transmitted through a practical channel. So what are the remedies through which we can transmit this signal? So if m of t has to be transmitted, following two means we can use. First is either we can create either a channel of infinite bandwidth has to be created, but this is non-practical method, or this is not physically realizable. Second method, what we can do, we can reduce the bandwidth of m of t such that all the significant frequencies are retained and the insignificant frequencies are filtered out. Because receiver requires only significant frequencies or the frequencies which contains around 90 to 95% energy of m of t. So receiver does not require all the frequencies or all the infinite frequencies. Receiver requires only significant frequencies. And what is the definition of significant frequencies? Significant frequencies are those frequencies which contains around 90 to 95% energy of m of t. In that case, the m of t is very well received by the receiver. And this seems to be a practical way to transmit a signal which has infinite bandwidth. So whenever any signal m of t has infinite bandwidth, so before transmitting this signal, its bandwidth has to be reduced. And this bandwidth has to be reduced by keeping the mind in the fact that we need at least this much of bandwidth in which the significant frequencies are included, or the range of those frequencies which contributes around 90 to 95% of total energy. Now this bandwidth has to be reduced, or in general manner we can say that this bandwidth has to limit itself, and this process is known as band limiting, and this is very important process. So let us have an example of a band limiting. We have already seen this signal m of t, which is a rectangular pulse in time domain. So let me draw the graph. This is the rectangular pulse. It is having the width of t. So I've already drawn the spectrum of m of t. So the spectrum comes out to be this. This is the spectrum. This is the spectrum. This value is 1 by t. This is minus 1 by t, 2 by t, minus 2 by t, and so on. And we know that this main lobe contributes around 90% of total energy of mt. Now obviously this signal is having infinite bandwidth, but we do not need the infinite bandwidth. We need only that much of bandwidth which contains around 90 to 95% of total energy. So what we will do, we will extract only those section or those frequencies which contains the maximum energy. So I can see from here that this is the range of frequencies which is containing the maximum energy. So I will pass it through a low pass filter which is having cutoff frequency 1 by t minus 1 by t, and the output signal now, which is m naught f, will become minus 1 by t to 1 by t. This is f, and here you can see that though m of t signal was having infinite bandwidth, but this signal, which is m naught t, or having Fourier transform as m naught of f, it is having a finite bandwidth, and this bandwidth becomes now 1 by t, and now it is very successfully can be transmitted by using a practical channel. So in general communication systems, whenever the message signal is obtained, the message signal is never directly transmitted to a channel. Rather, first of all, it is passed through a low pass filter. Sometimes this low pass filter is also known as band limiting filter. Once it is passed through this low pass filter, the output becomes m naught t, and if it is having infinite bandwidth, then obviously m naught t will be having a finite bandwidth. And once the finite bandwidth is obtained, by making sure that the finite bandwidth has been obtained by choosing only significant frequencies or those range of frequencies which contributes at least 95% of total energy. So we have already made sure that point. Now it is transmitted through any practical channel. Now this channel always need that the bandwidth of channel should always be greater than bandwidth of message signal. So this is message signal bandwidth. This channel has very basic requirement that whatever the message signal you are be transmitting through it, it should have bandwidth less than the bandwidth of the channel. So it will successfully transmit this m naught t, and the receiver will receive it. So band limiting is very important part of any communication system. This band limiting process actually makes a practical communication system works. So let me explain few important points which we have studied. That what is band limiting? So let me define band limiting. So band limiting is the process of conversion of an infinite bandwidth signal into a finite bandwidth signal by keeping significant frequencies and filtering out insignificant frequencies. And for this filtering purpose, which filter is in general used? For filtering purpose, a low pass filter is used, because for any message signal or for any practical message signal, as frequency increases, the amplitude of message signal decreases. This is the general phenomenon. That is why we try to keep the significant frequencies or the low frequencies in it, and we try to filter out the insignificant or high frequencies through it. Now what is the significant frequencies? The significant frequencies are frequencies these are low frequencies which contributes around around 90 to 95% of the total energy of message signal. So I hope the band limiting process must be clear.
So if you have liked today's lecture and you want to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, the very first thing that you should understand that you should use this particular code. What is the code? The code is Vishal Gate. Write my name and attach gate to it. So by using this particular code, you will be getting all the advantages of the Unacademy Plus. All the added advantages will be directly assigned to you. Secondly, you will directly come to under my guidance, and that will surely help you to crack the examination in the least possible time, and you will also get the guidance of the complete team. Okay, and the most important thing is that you will immediately get the 10% discount on that. So immediately you are enabled to get 10% discount once you use this coupon code. So for example, if you talk about the plus subscription, which is costing you 25,000 for 1 year, and if you use this coupon code Vishalgate, immediately you are going to get 10% discount, which is 22,500. And if you talk about the iconic, for the iconic subscription of the 12 month, this will cost you around 40,400. So these are the cost of the 12 months. And if you want to talk about the 2-year subscription, cost of the plus, it is your 27,000 after discount. If you want more discount than 10%, and you have already attended the special classes, then you will be having some credits in your account. Do not forget to use those credits so that you can get more discount than 10%. Now, how can you pay these amounts? So there is one good news for you, that you can pay this amount by using credit cards and debit cards by using the facility of the zero cost EMI. So if you want to pay this particular amount of 22,500 with the help of zero cost EMI, so the zero cost EMI can be availed by using credit cards and debit cards. Remember, you can use the credit card of any company, but the debit card is allowed for HDFC and the Bajaj Finserv. Apart from that, if you want to directly pay this much of amount, you think that this particular amount is the most affordable fees that can be provided to you for 1 year subscription, तो आप directly क्या कर सकते हैं? You can use this credit card, debit card, direct payment. You can also go for the EMI options, okay, and you can directly pay this amount by using net banking. Every time you think of the Unacademy Plus subscription, the first thing that should come in your mind is this particular code. Do not forget to use this code once you take the subscription, because I have already told you that this particular coupon code is going to give you the lot of advantages, so you cannot miss the opportunity to use this code. So every student who want to come on to the Unacademy Plus, they want to take the advantages of the Unacademy Plus, they want to empower themselves in the best possible manner in this digital era, they want to be the part of this revolution, then this is the time for you. You do not have to wait for it. If you are in the first year, if you are in the second year, you are in the third year, the best possible time is right now to prepare for the examination, to dedicate yourself, to give yourself the opportunity so that you can get the success as early as possible. Apart from that, you should also join this GATE aspirant group. So this GATE aspirants group is already having 150k plus students, so you can join it. There are a lot of discussions going on between students. You can get the advantage of those discussions. Okay, you can also join this Creatrix channel, which is a Telegram channel. So everyone has to join this channel so that you can get all the PDFs of the lecture which is being assigned to you. Fine. There are various channels which you can go for it. So various channels in the association with Creatrix, so you can follow the channel of your interest. And this is it in today's lecture. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you so much.